Hello everybody, welcome back to Daf Discussions, Shabbos Daf Nun Ches. The Gemara says on the bottom of Nun Ches to the top of Nun Aleph to the top of Nun Ches and Beis, Zug shall behema tamei. You're just talking about if you have a bell, if shall delos tahir, shall delos asoy lebehema, or shall behema shall delos, afal pisha chibri ledelos zakovim mismar tamei. If you have a bell which is tamei, and then you're trying to change it, so maybe that's going to be a bittul. Why? Shekol hakelim yerli to muslim and machshava. Just putting it on the door, which is going to make it mechober lekarka, which therefore should have made it tahar from the tumah it has. It doesn't make it tahar because that's just called a machshav. That's not enough of shinui maaseh. And for tumah to leave, it has to have a shinui maaseh. It has to be a substantial change in the object itself. Tais on the bottom of Amar Aleph, he asks a kasha. The Gemara in Sanhedrin says kafa, something like that, like a shmata shenosnosi the Sefer Torah, which you put as a mantle for a Sefer Torah. It's tar, it loses its tumah. The tumah is perachas. Tar min ha-medris. Tosfos ay l'chayr, there is no shinui maaseh. Aval b'shal yosef b'shum shinui maaseh. Kiven the ne'eser b'hano al yidei kein choshev shinui maaseh. Since it's making it oser b'hano, because when you're turning something to a mantle of a Sefer Torah, it has tashmishe kedusha. So that itself, isuri hano, has the cheshivus of a shinui maaseh. That's what Tosfos says over here in Masechta Shabbos. However, Tosfos in Sanhedrin by the sugya itself, and that memches, he gives a different teretz. He says that he's going in Abaya. Abaya over there it says, you have to see the Cheshbon HaSugya, it says Azmona Milsi. Hacha with the Isu Shinui Maaseh. The Kli Chemdah b'tumah el b'shinui maaseh. And Ram explains it means that there's a separate shinui maaseh besides for the putting on the Sefer Torah. We're talking about it, which is not considered shinui maaseh. There's a real shinui maaseh going on. So the Kli Chemdah in his Sefer Chemdas Yisrael, which is two parts to the Sefer. So in the second half, in Kuntres Torah, he asks the Chayyim to steer the Tosfos. So you could say them machlekes Tosfos, which is not even a doichik, but he wants to say a different teretz. He says as follows. He starts off by saying that the din in Gemara and Sanhedrin, by you making it into a kedusha Sefer Torah, that kedusha, the fact that it's aser b'hano, is only midrabanan. So he asks the kasha adrab. What's Tosfos saying over here? That the fact that it's aser b'hano considers it a shinui maaseh and makes it tar. The chayra tumah, it has to be tar midairaisa, and it's only aser b'hano midrabanan. He says, and I was making Sefer Torah only aser b'hano midrabanan. The chayra, why would that be enough to consider it a shinui maaseh? Now his raya that it's also been only that kedusha Sefer Torah is only the rabbanon. He quotes. He says he's quoting some sefer in Archaim similar Ches. I checked out. The Sefer Taka says that in the Torah. He says it's all the way at the end of not all the way at the end. Middle of similar Ches. The tshuva to shver b'kivege. The Hiddush Sefer Torah is kedusha of any kedusha mikdash. Ala kol the rabbanon. She also Sefer Torah there's mishin kein kedusha mikdash. This is the rabbanon. Now at the end of the Kli Chemdah Chemdas Yisrael, he says it's not so posh. He's going with the Chasam Sefer. So he asks the kasha what's pshat in this Tosfos. He says you see from Tosfos something which is aser b'hano the rabbanon is also considered aser b'hano. Why? Because the rabbanon have a koyach to ask something, so now it's aser b'hano. So he says as follows: to say such a thing that something is aser b'hano the rabbanon is considered aser b'hano the raisa, and therefore considered shinui maaseh. He says that could depend on the machlekes earlier on in Daf Chav Gimel between Abaya and Rava. If the demai needed a bracha on it, it would need to make if your mavish maaseh wouldn't need a bracha. Rava says the only reason you don't need it is because Rav Meir Dan Plotzky, and it's not even a suffix. Abaya said that suffix the devreim loy boy bruchi. Assuming the Maya was only a suffix, you wouldn't need a bracha. Suffix the Rabbanon doesn't need a bracha. Rava disagreed. He said no, the suffix the Rabbanon would need a bracha. Just the Maya is special. So Zok the Kli Chemdah, what are they arguing in? They're arguing if the Rabbanon has a koyach over the Eraisa. Abaye, which says suffix the Reim loy boy bruchi, must be he holds that the Rabbanon is not as strong as the Eraisa. So I'm assuming what he means is that the round in the back of an art Chav Gimel, he proves in the sugya that if you have a suffix the Eraisa, which you have to redo the mitzvah, you have to make the bracha again as well. So the only reason over here is suffix the Devreim loy boy bruchi must be he holds that the Rabbanon doesn't have the koyach of the Eraisa. Rava, however, disagrees. Rava said he doesn't like Abaye's teretz. Rava's chelik. So he says Tosfos in Sanhedrin. It's clear in the Tosfos he's going with Shitas Abaye. The sugi over there, Azmona Milsi, the Tosfos is going in the Cheshbon. The Gemara Sakasha and Rava. In fact, Tosfos, what about Abaye? He says Abaye is going to answer. He made a maaseh. So in Abaye, Zok the Chemdas Yisrael, Kli Chemdah, you couldn't have answered like Tosfos says over here that Yisuri Hano is considered a shinui maaseh because since it's only also Menob Rabbanon. Abaye doesn't hold it. Abaye holds the Rabbanon don't have a koyach of the Raisa. About Liba the Emes, Tosfos over here, he holds he passes like Rava. So then he says that the Emes the teretz look there that it's take that the fact that it's also Menob the Rabbanon that itself can be considered a shinui maaseh. Now it's very interesting. The Sefer Chemdas Yisrael just mentioned. So the second half Kuntres Torah the entire Kuntres is devoted to this shiloh of Yisuri Hano the Rabbanon have a koyach of Yisuri Hano the Raisa. and he goes through the whole entire, starting from Brachas Droim and Moed. He goes through like a big chelik of Shas, bringing rise back and forth, yes or no. So this is an Ois Ches over here. He quotes this right from the Gemara on Shabbos, and you can check it up over there. He says a couple of other truthsim, and he says he's Ma'arech in a different place to answer based on the sugya. I'll put him. That's what we're going to mention for now from the Kli Chemdah. And you can check it up if you for more information. And if you want a way how to buy the Sefer, you can email me. I can send you an Amazon link for $8 approximately.